So let us see this next question 34. 34 and 39 both are of the same type, formula is the same. So we will see these two questions continuously. So I will read the question. The two soap bubbles figure is given of radii R1 and R2 equal to 4 and 5 cm respectively are touching each other over a common surface AB as shown in the figure. Its radius will be. तर त्या कॉमन सरफेस ए बीची रेडियस आपल्याला विचारलेली. सो फिगर इज लाईक दिस. दिस इज a small bubble whose radius is R1. This is a larger bubble of radius R2, and this is A. This is point A, this is point B. So this AB is a common surface and whose radius of curvature is say like this. This is a common surface. Whose center is say here. So its radius is capital R is equal to question mark. This is our problem. R1 and R2 are the two radii. So for bubble excess pressure P is equal to 4 times T upon small r. Therefore, P1 is equal to 4 times T upon R1. P2 is equal to 4 times T upon R2. So this is the question 1, this is the question 2. What is the conclusion? Since R1 is less than R2, hence P1 is greater than P2. And therefore, P1 minus P2 is equal to P is equal to excess pressure on common surface AB. Common surface AB of radius of curvature equal to capital R. So this is the question 3 where P is equal to 4 times T upon R. T is equal to surface tension of liquid. In all these equations, T is the surface tension of liquid. So this relation is important. P1 is greater than P2. So on this side, the pressure P1 is more than on this side, and therefore the bubble will grow with common surface AB as the radius of curvature R. So putting 1, 2, 4, putting 1, 2, 4 in equation 3. So P1 is equal to 4 times T upon R1 minus 4 times T upon R2 is equal to 4 times T upon R, and therefore 1 upon R1 radius of the smaller bubble minus 1 upon R2 is equal to 1 upon capital R. हा झाला formula. Therefore, basic formula is this. Therefore, you can arrange the term R1 into R2 upon R2 minus R1 is equal to capital R. And therefore, R is equal to R2 minus R1 upon R1 into R2. This is the required formula. You can use this formula directly. So now, if you see this equation, then there is a minus sign. So R is greater than R1 is greater than R2. So substitute the values. So R1, R2 are given in centimeter. R1 is equal to 4 centimeter. R2 is equal to 5 centimeter. R1 and R2 are given in figure. So substitute here. Therefore, R is equal to 5 minus 4 upon 5 multiplied by 4. Sorry, make these changes. Make the correction. R2 minus R1 upon R1 R2 is equal to capital R, and therefore capital R is equal to R1 into R2 upon larger radius minus smaller radius. So right hand side is substituted like this. So R is equal to 5 multiplied by 4 upon 5 minus 4, that is equal to 20 upon 1. So R is equal to 20 centimeter. This is the answer. So correct choice is D. Therefore, D is correct. Like this. जो फॉर्म्युला आपल्याला डिराइव करता येईल पाहिजे थोडक्यात. Next, question number 39. It is similar to question number 34. Therefore, we are taking these two problems consecutively. A soap bubble A of radius 0.03 meter and other soap bubble B of radius 0.04 meter are brought together so that the combined bubble has a common surface of radius smaller than value of R is. So, let R is equal to radius of the common surface between the two bubbles. Between the two bubbles. So, we have to find R. So, you can use this relation. Using equation E, this equation you can directly use here. Small r is equal to R1 into R2 upon R2 minus R1. Same relation, only we have changed the symbol according to the problem. So, R is equal to 0.03 multiplied by 0.04 upon 0.04 minus 0.03. So that is equal to 0.0012 upon 0.01. So these two 0 will get cancelled. So this is equal to 0.12 meter. So radius of the common surface is equal to 0.12 meter, and therefore the correct answer is C is correct. C is correct. So, what is the common conclusion? Equation E shows that R is greater than R1. Also, R is greater than R2. So, logically you can give the answer by using this. So, in question number 34, see, our answer is 20 centimeter. So, in all the choice A, B, C, D, A is 4 centimeter, B is 4.5 and C is 5 centimeter. So, R2 is maximum 5 centimeter. So, R must be greater than 5 centimeter. So, R is greater than 5 centimeter in only D choice. So, no calculation. डायरेक्टली आपण काही प्रॉब्लेमचे आन्सर असे देऊ शकतो. कॅल्क्युलेशन करण्याची पण गरज नाही. फक्त हा कॉमन रिझल्ट आपल्याला माहिती पाहिजे. दिस रेडियस ऑफ द कॉमन सरफेस इज ऑलवेज ग्रेटर दॅन रेडियस ऑफ द फर्स्ट बबल, रेडियस ऑफ द सेकंड बबल. So R1, R2 are given, therefore we can estimate the value of R. आता क्वेश्चन नंबर 39 मध्ये 0.04 पेक्षा जादा 3 चॉईस दिलेले A, B, C, त्याच्यात तिथे कॅल्क्युलेशन करावं लागेल. इथे कॅल्क्युलेशनची गरज नव्हती. So this is about the radius of the common surface between the two surfaces, like this. Next, 35. Start. Why? That you will see in the problem. A glass tube 80 centimeter long and open at both ends is half immersed in mercury. Then the top of the tube is closed and it is taken out of the mercury. A column of mercury 20 centimeter long then remains in the tube. The atmospheric pressure in the centimeter of Hg is equal to. There are various types of problem. So the arrangement is like this. I will show the figure. Case number 1. Tube is half immersed in mercury. Half immersed in mercury. So this is the total length 80 centimeter. So this is trough. So this is 40 centimeter. So H1 is equal to 80 by 2 is equal to 40 centimeter. The meniscus of the mercury is the convex, like this. So here the pressure is the P1. Second case. Case 2. Tube closed at top is removed from mercury bath. So the figure is like this. So this is a mercury. Hg. 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 So this is 20 centimeter. And therefore this H2 is equal to 60 centimeter. So this pressure is P2. This pressure is P2. So this P1 is equal to P0 is equal to atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure. And you have to find this P0. What is P0? P2 is equal to P0 is equal to, sorry, P1 is equal to P0 is equal to question mark. Now, if you see this figure, then by Boyle's law, for enclosed air, P1 given is equal to P2 V2. Therefore, P0 into area of cross section multiplied by H1, P2 into area of cross section multiplied by H2. A is equal to, this is area of cross section. A is equal to area of cross section. So same capillary tube is used, therefore A will be same. It will get cancelled. So P0 multiplied by H1 is equal to P2 multiplied by H2. So P0 multiplied by H1 is equal to 40 centimeter. P2 multiplied by H2 is equal to 60 centimeter. And therefore P2 is equal to 40 by 60 times P0. So P2 is equal to 2/3 P0. This is equation 1. Now this P2 is equal to, but P2 is equal to P0 plus 20 centimeter of Hg column. हा जो P2 आहे तर हा P0 P1 म्हणजे आहेच हो, आणि शिवाय हा 20 सेंटीमीटरचा कॉलम पण बॅलन्स झालेला आहे. अँड देअरफॉर युजिंग इक्वेशन 1, P2 is equal to 2/3 times P0 is equal to P0 plus 20 centimeter. And therefore this 20 centimeter P0 is equal to this much here, and therefore this is equal to 2/3 times P0, 20 centimeter of Hg. So this will go on this side. So 1/3 times atmospheric pressure is equal to 20 centimeter, and therefore P0 is equal to 3 multiplied by 20, that is equal to 60. So atmospheric pressure is equal to 60 centimeter of Hg. 60 centimeter Hg. दोघी केसेसमध्ये मेन डिफरन्स काय आहे? इनिशियली द ट्यूब इज ओपन and the air column is of 40 centimeter. Now when the tube is closed, this mercury column will balance the total pressure of 60 centimeter. So atmospheric pressure will become 60 centimeter of Hg. Calculation जरा वेगळ्या टाईपची आहे, लक्षात ठेवा. So we are using the Boyle's law first to find the relation between P1 and P0 like this. So see the difference between the two cases. Initially, a total tube 80 centimeter height is immersed a half. So 40 centimeter column is mercury and 40 centimeter column is of air, like this. So this is the height H1. A is the area of cross section. Now the tube is closed. Height is 40 centimeter. The tube is removed from mercury bath, and now some mercury will go down, and the remaining mercury column of 20 centimeter will balance the air column of 60 centimeter height. Therefore, this is the air enclosed having height 40 centimeter, air enclosed having a height of 60 centimeter. Therefore, by Boyle's law, for enclosed air at constant temperature, P1 mu is equal to P2 V2. Volume of the air column is given by area of the cylinder multiplied by height. Area will get cancelled, so P0 H1 is equal to P0 H2. H1 is equal to 40 centimeter, H2 is equal to 60 centimeter, so we get this relation. So P2 in this case is equal to 2/3 times P0, and therefore this atmospheric pressure P0 is equal to P2, the pressure on the mercury column, plus 20 centimeter of Hg column, and therefore the rearrangement gives P0 is equal to 60 centimeter. So this equation is important. This P0 atmospheric pressure is equal to P2 plus this 20 centimeter column of mercury, like this. Next, question number 36. Work done in increasing the size of the soap bubble from radius of 3 centimeter to 5 centimeter is nearly. The surface tension of the soap solution is 0.03. So answer is given in millijoule. Remember that unit. Small m for milli and capital J for joule. So answer is given in terms of pi. 0.2 pi, 2 pi, 0.4 pi, 4 pi, etc. like this. So you have to find the work done. So this is the straw. The initial bubble is formed of this size, whose radius is R1. Now, by blowing the air, the radius is increased to R2. So this new radius is R2 greater than R1. So W1 is equal to work done to blow a soap bubble of radius R1. So this is equal to T multiplied by A1, T multiplied by now area. Area is 4 pi r square, but it has two free surfaces, and therefore it will be 2 multiplied by 4 pi r square. This is equation 1. Bubble has two free surfaces. Bubble has two free surfaces. So why factor 2? This is the reason. So air is blown on this side, and therefore the size increases. W2 is equal to work done to blow a soap bubble of radius R2. So it is equal to T multiplied by A2 is equal to T multiplied by 4 pi R2 square. This is R1, this is R1 square. And again, the bubble has two free surfaces. So this is equation second. Since R2 is greater than R1, therefore W2 is greater than W1, therefore dW is equal to W2 minus W1 is equal to work done in increasing the radius of bubble from R1 to R2. So this is equation 3. Put 1 and 2 in equation 3. Therefore, dW is equal to T multiplied by 8 pi R2 square, T multiplied by 8 pi R1 square. So 8 pi T common into bracket, R2 square minus R1 square. And now substitute here. So 8 multiplied by pi, the surface tension is given 0.03 Newton per meter. So we are using SI system. So R2 is equal to R2 square. So 25 into 10 raised to minus 4 minus 3 square. 3 into, or better way we will write down the value 0. 5 into 10 raised to minus 2 bracket square minus 3 into 10 raised to minus 2 bracket square. 5 centimeter and 3 centimeter. So this is equal to, this will become 0.24 pi into bracket 25 into 10 raised to minus 4, 9 into 10 raised to minus 4. So 0.24 pi multiplied by 16, 10 raised to minus 4 common. So this will multiply by 60. So this is nearly 2514. So this is equal to 0.4 pi into 10 raised to minus 4 joule. So work done dW is equal to 0.4 pi into 10 raised to minus 4 joule. This is 4 pi. So make the correction. So this is equal to 0.4 pi into 10 into minus 3 joule. So this is equal to 0.4 pi millijoule. 10 into minus 3 cut down. So answer is equal to 0.4 pi. So correct answer is C choice is correct. This product of 69.24 is nearly 0.25, 1 by 4. So 16 multiplied divided by 1 by 4 means 4 pi. So correct answer is C. C is correct. C is correct. Like this. Next, 37. When a glass capillary tube of radius 0.015 centimeter is dipped in water, the water rises to a height of 15 centimeter within it. Assuming contact angle between water and glass to be 0 degree, the surface tension of water is dash dash dash. So answer is given in SI system, Newton per meter. So you have to convert all the values in SI system like this. Density of the water is already given in SI system. So only that dimensions, height, radius should be converted into the meter. So we have to find the surface tension. So we know directly this formula. Capillary range H is equal to 2t cos theta upon rho g r, where theta is a angle of contact, and that angle of contact is given 0 degree. Therefore, surface tension T is equal to H rho g r upon 2 cos theta. So substitute the values. So height H is equal to 15 centimeter. Convert it in meter. So 15 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter. Density is equal to 1000. 10 raised to 3. G is equal to 9.8. 9.8 or 9.81. It is given 9.81 multiplied by R. R is equal to 0.15 centimeter into 10 raised to minus 2 upon 2 multiplied by cos of 0 degree, like this. So this is equal to 15 into 10 raised to minus 2 into 10 raised to plus 3 into 9.81 into, now if this becomes 15, then it will be 10 raised to minus 5 upon 2 multiplied by cos of 0 is equal to 1. So 15 into 15, 225 multiplied by, this is 4.9, like this, multiplied by, the power is 10 raised to minus 5 minus 2 minus 7, this is minus 4. So this is equal to nearly this is nearly taken as 5, so 5 into 5, 25 and like this. So this is nearly 1100 into 10 raised to minus 4 Newton per meter. So this is equal to 1.1, sorry, 0.11. 10 raised to minus 4 multiply the answer 0.11 Newton per meter. Surface tension is equal to this much. The approximate calculation used like this. So nearly it is 1. So correct choice is A. Therefore, A is correct. A is correct. Like this. It is an easy problem. A beaker of radius 15 centimeter is filled with a liquid of surface tension 0.75 Newton per meter. The force across an imaginary diameter of the surface of the liquid is equal to. So, if we consider the top view, of beaker, then it will be like this. So, its diameter is equal to 2 times r is equal to 2 multiplied by 15 is equal to 30 centimeter. So, on this side there is a liquid whose force is F, this angle is 90 degree. It is a tangential force acting per unit length, so we have to find the total force on the length L. So, F is equal to force acting on diameter of length L is equal to D is equal to 30 centimeter is equal to 0.3 meter. So F is equal to T multiplied by L, where L is equal to contact length of diameter, and therefore this is equal to 0.75 means 1 by 4 multiplied by 0.3. So this is equal to 225,123. So 0.25 Newton. This much force is acting. आता इथे प्रॉब्लेम बऱ्याच वेळा काय येतो की कॉन्टॅक्ट लेंथ आपण डबल का नाही केली, तर दोघे साईडला लिक्विड असेल तर फक्त एकच आहे कॉन्टॅक्ट लेंथ आपल्याला घ्यावी लागते. त्याच्यामुळे इथे कॉन्टॅक्ट लेंथ आपल्याला फक्त 0.3 घ्यायला पाहिजे. सो दिस इज द टोटल फोर्स ॲक्टिंग अँड देअरफॉर करेक्ट इज C. C is correct. Last question, 40. The heat evolved for the rise of water when one end of the capillary tube of radius r is immersed vertically into the water is assume the surface tension is equal to capital T and density of the water is equal to rho. A theoretical problem आपल्याला विचारलेला आहे. So the situation is like this. I will show magnified figure. This is the outside water level, and this is the capillary tube. Whose radius is r. So this is the water column. This height is h. Capillary is h. This is the area of cross section, capital A. This is the position of center of gravity. This height is h dash is equal to h by 2, like this. whole mass is concentrated on the water column at this point, called as the center of gravity. So, capillary rate H is equal to 2t cos of theta upon rho g r. Theta is equal to 0 degree for water. Therefore, H is equal to 2 times T upon rho g r. So this is equation 1. Let W is equal to work done to form the water column of height h. Therefore, W is equal to T multiplied by A. A is equal to area of cross section is equal to pi r square, and surface tension T is given by this formula. So this is equal to T multiplied by circumference 2 pi r multiplied by height h. So use this equation using 1. Work done W is equal to T multiplied by 2 pi r multiplied by, this is equal to 2 times T upon rho g r. R will get cancelled, so this is equal to 4 pi T square upon rho into d. This is equation 2. This much work is done to form. Now let U is equal to potential energy stored in water column. So this is equal to M into G into H dash height. The total mass of the water column is concentrated here. See the center of gravity. So this is equal to M into G into H by 2. H dash is equal to H by 2, and M is equal to rho density multiplied by volume. So volume is equal to pi r square h. इथे मात्र h घ्यावा लागेल, इथे h by 2 घ्यावा लागेल. आपल्याला ह्या टोटल वॉटर कॉलमचा वॉल्यूम पाहिजे. So this is the value of mass into G into H by 2. So this is equal to pi rho G r square by 2 into h square, h into h square. So again use this value. Using equation 1. So potential energy stored is equal to pi into rho into G into r square by 2, and now square of this. So 40 square upon rho square G square r square. So r square will get cancelled. This 2 will divide by 2. Therefore, U is equal to 4 by 2, that is equal to 2 pi. Pi is remaining. Rho will get cancelled. 1 G will get cancelled. R square will get cancelled. So this is equation 2 pi T square upon rho g. This is equation 3. So this much work is done on the water column and this much energy is stored. So see these two equations. Equation 2 and 3 shows that W is greater than U. Therefore, work done W is not stored 100% in the form of potential energy, and therefore this is the important point. W minus U is equal to energy released in the form of heat, that is equal to Q. Therefore, heat evolved, capital Q is equal to W minus U. This is equation 4. So, using 2 and 3, in equation 4. So amount of heat energy involved is equal to W is equal to 4 pi T square upon rho g minus 2 times pi T square upon rho g. So this is equal to 2 pi T square upon rho g. This much heat energy is evolved, and therefore the correct answer is C. T square चे दोनों चॉइस आहे त्याच्यामध्ये, B आणि C, तर त्यातला करेक्ट चॉइस C आला. Therefore C is correct. There are वेगळ्या टाइप्स ऑफ प्रॉब्लेम. See, this capillarized formula is given like this. So theta angle of contact between water and glass capillary is 0 degree. So cos of 0 is equal to 1. Therefore H is equal to this much. Now, when due to the force of surface tension, this water column is formed, it balances the weight of the water column mg in the downward direction, acting in the downward direction. So gravitational force is m into g, and it is balanced by the force of surface tension. So this is the formula. Work done to balance the water column of height h is equal to T surface tension multiplied by surface area. So surface area of the water column is equal to 2 pi r circumference upon multiplied by height h. म्हणजे आपल्याला ह्या वॉटर कॉलमचा सरफेस एरिया पाहिजे. सो 2 pi r h is the formula. Area cross section is equal to pi r square, but in this case we will use this formula. आपल्याला ह्या वॉटर कॉलमची हाईट पाहिजे, हा फॉर्म्युला यूज केला नाही तरी चालेल. सो T multiplied by 2 pi r and h is substituted from equation 1. So W is equal to this. This much work is done to form the water column. Now, when water column is formed, some potential energy is stored in this water column, and it is given by m into g into h dash. Why h dash? Because the center of gravity is at half of the height h. So h dash is equal to h by 2. So mg h dash, h dash is equal to h by 2, and m is the mass of the water column. So mass of the water column is equal to density multiplied by volume. This is the volume of the cylindrical water column. It is equal to pi r square h into g into h by 2. So this h square is there. So using again h is equal to this equation 2, we get this relation. So u is equal to 2 pi t square upon rho into g. So W work done is equal to 4 pi something, u is equal to 2 pi something. So they are not equal. So total work is in W, but out of that only some fraction is stored in the form of potential energy. So remaining part of the work done is going out in the form of the heat energy, and therefore heat eval Q is equal to W minus U. ही स्टेप्स महत्त्वाची म्हणून आपण प्रॉब्लेमला स्टार केलेला आहे. ह्या स्टेप जरा माहिती पाहिजे आपल्याला. सो W minus U is equal to this much, and therefore Q is equal to, finally we get this equation 2 pi T square upon rho into G. This Q will be in terms of joule. It is a heat energy evolve in joule. फार तर ह्या जूलची आपल्याला नंतर किलो कॅलरी किंवा कॅलरीमध्ये पण करायला लावतात काही वेळेस. तर हा फॉर्म्युला आपल्याला थेरोटिकली माहिती पाहिजे. टी इज ए सरफेस टेन्शन, रो इज ए डेन्सिटी ऑफ द वॉटर, surface tension of water, and G is a gravitational acceleration, like this. Okay, we have completed this test number 65 related with the chapter mechanical properties of fluid. We require total 5 lectures for completing this test. In this test, mainly the problem related with the surface tension are included. Viscosity part we have also studied here. So that problem related with viscosity are considered in separate test. So separate test, it may be along with the friction. So friction topic we have covered in last year 11th standard. So that friction and viscosity combinedly, a separate test can be given, can be discussed like this. Okay, we will stop here just now.